Well, Arsenal is capping up its pre-season with a game of Monaco at the Emirates, and we all know the reason as to why they've gone ahead to chase this game. It's the Emirates Cup finale that is happening down at the Emirates Stadium, and this time round, Arsenal have gone ahead to obviously play Monaco. Remember, last season, Arsenal capped up their pre-season friendlies in what we call the Emirates Cup finale, where Arsenal beat Sevilla by 6-0. I think Gabriel Jesus grabbed himself a hat-trick in that game of football at the Emirates. But this time round, why Monaco in particular? It's all about Arsene Wenger. Remember, after Arsenal play the game of Monaco tomorrow, but one, they'll have to obviously unveil the statue of Arsene Wenger. And Arsene Wenger is going to be the guest of honor of that game of football is going to be played at the Emirates. But lots of things are surrounding this game, and most Arsenal fans are really having questions. They're asking about the players that have gone ahead to miss out on the previous game they played against Barcelona. Who are those? Balogun, Zinchenko, Lokonga, and Declan Rice. That is the big question that is making rounds at Arsenal, and we're here to give you the answers that you guys deserve to know. So, Rokani David is my name. Smash the like button, comment, and share. If you're really watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, when you look at Monaco, they are really a very good team, and they're having some good players that will be good for your eye, or will be a joy to your eye, and you can't wait to see them. Ben Yedder, there is Fofana, one of those players, midfielders that Arsenal were linked to a lot this summer. Then there is Diatta, he's a winger who plays for Senegal, and they've just signed Selesu after selling Disasi to Chelsea, and Disasi has just touched down London to undergo his medical for the Chelsea side. So they also have some good players that are good for the eye, and I think for Fofana, it's really going to be one of those games that he's going to be playing Arsenal against at Emirates, and maybe he can prove to Mikel Arteta that the idealistic replacement of Thomas Partey in this team of Arsenal. But Arsenal comes into this game after beating Barcelona by 5-3, and Monaco beat Genoa by 1-0. They have recently played friendly that saw them obviously triumph. But they've gone ahead to play very many games. I've seen them play against Leeds and very many other teams. They've gone ahead to obviously win most of their games, and this is like a preparation game for the game Arsenal is going to play on Sunday this week as they take on Manchester City in the Community Shield. So let's see close to 500 likes. Smash on this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that we hit 17,000 subscribers before the end of this month of August. And guys, welcome to the month of August, and I think let's kickstart it off with who we expect Arsenal to bring into this beautiful game of football as Mikel Arteta prepares to play against Manchester City over the weekend. So the system has always been a 4-3-3, and Arteta last played another system, I think, in the Europa League, when he sometimes played with a 4-3, with a 3-4-3 and a 3-5-2. But this time round, he's going to play a 4-3-3. And who are those to start? Now, with the confirmations of Arsenal negotiating personal terms with the Brentford goalkeeper, that is David Raya, Arsenal have found themselves in a situation of doubting the services that Aaron Ramsdale has gone ahead to offer to them for a very, very long time. And as it stands, these must be some of the games of Aaron Ramsdale to start in goal of Arsenal, because David Raya comes in through with a better distribution start, and Aaron Ramsdale has always found difficult when it came to really ball distribution, and that really puts him in a very bad situation as a player and his situation at Arsenal. But I expect him to start as Arsenal plays against Monaco tomorrow at the Emirates. Right back, I think it's going to be Benjamin White coming in through to play onto the right side, of the right back of the pull back, and I anticipate that Arteta still believes in him. Amidst the coming in through of Julian Timber, Tomiyasu is back, Cedric Soares is present. Arteta has shown us that he still believes in Ben White as his number one right back. Left back, with Zinchenko fighting to gain his fitness, Jakub Kiwior put off in the previous two games against Manchester United and Barcelona. We anticipate that even if Zinchenko passes the late fitness test, he's not going to be part of this game as he's just punching up for the game of Ukraine that is going to raise the money at Stamford Bridge. I think on a Saturday, it's going to be the 5th of August. I think on Saturday, that's when that game of football is going to take place. So I believe he's not going to feature in this game, and it's all going to be about Julian Timber played as a left back for Arsenal. Against Barcelona, he played as a left back, and he really looked very, very, very good into the game. So as it stands, it's all about seeing right-footed players playing on both of the full-back flanks. That is Benjamin White as the right back and Julian Timber as the left back. When we go to the central defense, I think the partnership of William Saliba on the right side of the central defense and Gabriel Magalhaes on the left side of the central defense is going to be maintained by the manager Mikel Arteta, as he believes they are really good to go and they cruised well together. But I still stand my ground. One day, one time, Jakub Kiwior will take all this place, Gabriel Magalhaes, from that position, because I see him as a better player that will offer exactly what Mikel Arteta wants from the team. Now, we go to the central midfield. Lots of concerns of who is going to play as a CDM. I believe, sorry about that, with the work that Partey put in against Barcelona, I think Partey regains his position in the central defensive midfield. He's going to start in there for you. And I don't see Declan Rice playing as a CDM in a team where Thomas Partey is going to start. That is it, because Partey showed us that the ingredients he has as a CDM are really solid, and he gives you a lot of assurance in that midfield that obviously you'll get part of everything that a central defensive midfielder at the level of Arsenal has to offer. Press resistance, power, physicality. And I think the only thing that Declan Rice offers more are the interceptions, blocks, and the intensity, because Partey is really a grown-up man. But that cannot stop him from being one of the best CDMs that Arsenal really have. Though to me, I believe Jorginho has always shown me that he fits well into this team of Arsenal, and every time he's played, Arsenal's possession and build-up play is always different from the central axis. So I believe Thomas Partey is going to be played as a CDM. Then, guess who is expected to play alongside him on his right shoulder? I think it's going to be Declan Rice. Declan Rice had a knock and missed out on the game of Barcelona, but this came through after him having a horrible game against Manchester United. But to my understanding, Declan Rice, I think he was just reserved, and Arteta just thought that the best way to unleash him is to bring him in the game of Monaco at Emirates, and these fans of Arsenal just have their first glance at him in that Arsenal jersey and playing alongside Thomas Partey. And I think this is going to be a very huge development and improvement in the midfield of Arsenal. Replacing Granit Xhaka with Declan Rice is really a very good decision to be made by Mikel Arteta, and I believe that most of you are really excited about this, and it's really coming hard, and that midfield of Arsenal is going to be more stronger than how it was with Granit Xhaka. I believe Declan Rice will offer more than Granit Xhaka in the final third, and even in that position where he has been playing, shielding the back four, helping to really offload some responsibilities from Thomas Partey, interceptions, blocks, and maybe scoring and creating goals, because we're going to have to show us at West Ham that he would spare some time and obviously press through the midfield and obviously score some brilliant goals. So we anticipate him to obviously see a lot from him, and wait to see how this is going to come to pass in that midfield. Then Kai Havertz or Martin Odegaard? I believe it's going to be Captain Martin Odegaard playing on the other shoulder of Thomas Partey. So I anticipate to see a midfield of 3: Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard. But Thomas Partey and Declan Rice can obviously interchange the roles. You know, Declan Rice can sometimes sit in the middle and Thomas Partey decides to go, because they both can do as CDMs. And for Mikel Arteta, I think that's the best thing to do. So to it that you get Declan Rice interchange positions with Thomas Partey as they play, as he gets used to the chemistry of how Arsenal does it at their stadium, that is Emirates, and in their team. And that's how I believe the midfield is going to be. Then we go to the 3 forwards. Obviously, this guy is going to be part. That is Bukayo Saka, scoring against Barcelona, missing out on a penalty, and obviously being responsible for the goal that Kai Havertz scored as Arsenal beat Barcelona by 5-3. I anticipate that he's going to be played as a right forward for Arsenal. And this is going to be a mega season for him. If at all, he can obviously hit 20 goals a season. To be in the ilk of the best right winger in the world, there are things you need to do constantly. And one of those is to keep on registering double figures of assists and goals. Last season, he scored 14 goals and put up close to 12 assists in a season. That is Bukayo Saka for you, and is the star boy, poster boy of Arsenal. And most people have gone ahead to give him a benefit of doubt, to it that he can obviously do the needful when Arsenal is taking on Monaco as a charge for the City game. If he destroys City, obviously things will come in through, and obviously get himself fired for the season of 2023-2024 that starts next weekend after Arsenal plays Man City in the Community Shield game. Now, the big change for me is going to be on the left forward side. Guess what? Most of you have always thought that this position is sealed for Gabriel Martinelli, but after Gabriel Martinelli put up a very bad display against Manchester United, the manager really changed his formation and decision as they took on Barcelona. Guess what he did? He brought on Leandro Trossard and played as a left forward, and Trossard really put in a shift, scored 2 goals. I'm one of those people that believe that Trossard is really going to cause a lot of competition to this guy, that is Martinelli Gabriel. And obviously I believe Martinelli is going to be dropped and Trossard is going to start into that position, according to me. So we wait and see how that pans out, but I see Trossard starting on the left forward position of Arsenal. And who is leading the line? Obviously the shirt number 9 of Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus. People have always gone ahead to not believe in this player, but I believe in the player. I believe in Gabriel Jesus. He's a talented guy, and I think Arsenal just needs to create more chances for this guy. That is it, because he has not gone ahead to miss very many chances. If at all you can create 3 chances for him in the penalty box, I think he will at least execute 1, and those 20 goals you've been asking from him will obviously be given to you at Arsenal. I've seen Arsenal fans calling him a player who can obviously score 20 goals a season. That is something I don't even believe in, because Man City showed us that for some 2 consecutive seasons before they brought in Haaland, they are playing with a false number 9. And Gabriel Jesus also came out and hinted that one of the reasons that annoyed him to really make up a decision to leave Man City was simple. Arteta just found himself benching him, and he played Zinchenko as a number 9. So he has never gotten a full season playing as a number 9, and his first season at Arsenal saw him score 11 goals in the Premier League. Yet he spent 3 months out. Yet by the time he came through to play for Arsenal, Arsenal was on its descendancy, meaning that if at all Nketiah managed to score 6 goals in the absentia of Gabriel Jesus, then Jesus was going ahead to score 10, because he would have gone ahead to create more chances and obviously create more threat into the final third of the pitch. That is for him. But when you look at Monaco, Arsenal needs to look at Sofiane Fofana. Fofana is a very good player. Very good player. And I love him. And it's a chance for him to really execute or expose his goods to Mikel Arteta at Emirates. Then there is Ben Yedder, short, but obviously he's a threat in front of goal. And you all know that he's a French international. Then Diatta is one of those players that whoever is going to be played as a left back for Arsenal should watch out. Whether Jakub Kiwior, whether Tomiyasu, whether Julian Timber, all those should watch out, because it's really something that you need to obviously know that this guy is really deadly. Them losing Disasi is a very huge blow, meaning that Jesus might get an easy pass past the central defense of Monaco, because they've gone ahead to lose one of their best players into the defense, and is going to sign for Chelsea. Sorry about that. He has just touched down London to undergo his medical. That is Disasi, and Arsenal are really willing the best. So my prediction, I see some 4-5 goals for Arsenal, and I don't see Monaco even getting one. But if at all they manage, they'll get one. But Arsenal at Emirates, obviously, we know what happens. They keep going because of that cheer, all those cheers that come in from the fans of Arsenal. And these fans are going to be roaring because Arsenal have gone ahead to bring in 3 new signings, Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and they have a chance to look at them for the very first time play at Emirates. Remember, most of these Arsenal fans don't travel to the pre-season games. That is it. And they're only waiting for this one game to play at the Emirates to obviously welcome their team back from the pre-season. But also don't forget, there is what we call a pre-match press conference of Mikel Arteta towards this game that's going to come on today. He's going to let us know about the fitness levels of Declan Rice and other players, whether they're going to be available or not. So I sign out for now. See you later. Your thoughts onto this beautiful game of football. Emirates Cup final, Arsenal taking on Monaco. What are your predictions? Who do you want to start and who don't you want to see start into this beautiful game of football? Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. And my Muslim friends, viewers and subscribers, Barak Lau Fikum. Ciao, ciao.